Hello from San Antonio. This is Siren Taro, and I'll be wearing this ridiculous Halloween wig for the foreseeable future because I will not be going to the Walmart salon anytime soon. When I go to the salon, it takes at least 2 hours because I get my grays covered, my roots touched up. So the color has to set, and then they have to shampoo my hair, and then they have to blow dry my hair, and then they have to flat iron my hair. So I'm not going to be sitting in a Walmart salon for 2.5 hours wearing a mask. That is my idea of the perfect hell. So I can't do my own hair. A subscriber request. What's going on with Kim and Kanye? So I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I don't know what's going on. I've heard that they're having problems. I know that he has bipolar. I don't know if it's bipolar 1 or 2. I think it's probably just bipolar. But Kanye's not stable. He was running for president, but he wasn't really serious about it. God, this computer is loud. You can go to Redbubble and see Kanye West for president t-shirts, whatever. But I took notes. Daily Mail 10 hours ago. Kim Kardashian shares family photo from her happy place at Kanye West Wyoming ranch. I thought that was interesting. Kanye West Wyoming ranch. Well, they're married, so don't they share the ranch? But whatever. I knew that Kim is a Libra. Kanye is a Gemini. I knew they both have Moon in Pisces, but I went to AstroTheme and got the essentials. I only wrote down their Mercury and Moon. Like I say a lot at this channel, I feel like Mercury and Moon are the keys to synastry. Mars, Venus, the sexual stuff, it doesn't last. You have to have a lot of support from other planets for the sexual attraction to last. So Kim has her Mercury at 19 Scorpio, and she has her Moon her moon at 28 Pisces. Kanye has his Mercury at 26 Taurus and his moon at 16 Pisces. So their Mercury and moons don't aspect by degree, but by sign. So by sign, Scorpio opposes Taurus. They both have moon in Pisces, although their moons are not conjunct, because 28 degrees Pisces, that's not conjunct 16 Pisces, but still it's very favorable to have your moon in the same sign as a lover. There's going to be a depth of understanding, there's going to be an affinity you're not going to find with someone whose moon is not in the same sign or element. So that's definitely beneficial. Having opposite Mercuries, I would think that a lot of times they have to compromise. They probably see the world from a very different perspective when it comes to practical matters. They're probably not on the same page. Because I know in textbook astrology, the earth and water elements complement each other. But from my experience, my observation, what I know is that when it comes to Mercury, how you think, how you process and communicate, articulate information, the water Mercury and the earth Mercury, that's not the best match. With an earth Mercury, You're very literal, you're very 3D, and I know that doesn't describe Kanye. He's got some other stuff going on, obviously, but he's not a typical Mercury and Taurus at all. But he is a Gemini, and he has a diagnosis. But usually with an Earth Mercury, you're very dry, very literal, very rooted in the 3D, very practical, very no nonsense, very goal oriented, very point A, point B, very linear in your thinking. Whereas a water Mercury is a lot more intuitive and flowing and creative and deep, a deep thinker. And I don't know how deep Kim Kardashian is. I know she seems like she's not deep at all, but I'm a stranger. I'm someone who has watched the show a few times. I've seen a few of Kanye's videos, but I don't really know what's up with them, what their dynamic is like. I know they were friends for years before they became lovers, before they got married and had children together. But finally, I don't know. So I'm not biased. I have no stake in this. I don't really care what happens. I mean, I hope that they work things out because they have children together. But I'm not really emotionally invested in this couple. So ride or wait. I'll look at the connection that's currently between them. I'll look at Kanye's feelings, Kim's feelings, the potential of the relationship, what it'll look like in 2021. I don't know how to pronounce this. Kukian. I got this in the mail from Amazon today. And I'm pretty low maintenance. On a day-to-day basis, this is not a paid sponsorship, by the way. On a day-to-day basis, I don't leave the house. I live in my pajamas. I don't do makeup. When I'm doing the private readings for clients on the webcam, I usually have no makeup on and I have my hair up in a shower cap. I don't usually wear a wig for my clients. So anyway, this came with instructions telling me that I need to exfoliate. It's like a 4-step process. It came with these things, this little brush. And I don't understand that. I mean, and it came with these little fake diamonds, which I guess that's a nice touch. What can I do with these? I don't know. I just dropped a little fake diamond. I'm not Jeffree Star. To me, it's pretty easy. Here it is. This is the applicator, so you just put the damn stuff on. I did use the MAC lip liner. These are intense transits. We're all going through them. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not, if you're in a twin flame situation, what the fuck ever. We're all, as a collective, struggling with these ass-kicking transits. I live in this house. It's not very glossy. With my ex-husband and our son. I'm very matter-of-fact when I do the pick-a cards. It's very systematic. Here's the theme. This is what we're talking about. No contact. What does this person really think of you? What are they feeling? Who can't stop thinking about you? And I shuffle the cards and there's a system. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like I'm on the webcam so rarely. I can just kind of wing it and I can kind of just freeball it. I can just do whatever. I'm not OCD when it comes to the webcam. I mean, I have anxiety over it, but I'm not going to be systematic. So, I'm fortunate that my ex-husband is a very decent man, the greatest ally of my life, and we don't really argue. We're very different people, I have Venus and Sun in Aquarius. He's a double Leo. Sun and Moon in Leo, and Mercury in Leo, and Mars in Leo. We're very different, but we get along on a platonic level. We're able to talk about Led Zeppelin, and we were listening to 10 Years Gone the other day. We listened to it like 3 times in a row and discussed it and Googled the meaning behind 10 Years Gone. Where did it come from? And how did they record that song? And we're usually pretty much on the same page with how we need to raise our son. Although I'm very anti-television, I'm very pro-creativity, I'm very pro-meditation and all of that. I feel like there should be times when there's no noise at all. And we don't really see eye to eye on that, but usually we get along. But these are ass-kicking transits for all of us. So if I come across salty, bitchy, rude, dismissive in the comments, just know that I don't have a lot of tolerance for negative Nancys. So I get all kinds of comments. If a comment is really nasty, I'll just block the person from my channel. I just have zero time for bullshit. But even the ones lately who are leaving just very bland, mild, but negative comments on a picket card, I got triggered recently and I left a really bitchy response, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to operate like that. But just before you post something on someone's channel, think about it. Think about how it's going to be received. And if you're hate watching someone's channel, no, there's zero benefit to that. You don't benefit, you don't raise your vibration from watching someone you can't stand. So please show in 6 cards the current connection between Kim Kardashian West and her husband Kanye West. Good hard shuffle. Uno más. Five of Cups. The Sun. 9 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 4 of Swords. The Emperor. I'm hearing this country western song from 1995, 1996, when I was living with the first man I lived with, the first man I had a child with, my first Leo. We dated for 1 week and then moved in together. It was a very crazy, tumultuous, chaotic relationship. Anyway, we worked at this restaurant called Risky's. Risky's Barbecue, downtown Fort Worth. He was a host, I was a hostess. My uncle Greg, he was the most popular waiter at Risky's. People would wait an hour just to sit in his section. Greg was a Libra. He passed away in August 1999 from blood cancer. There was a song, "That's the way we do it around here. We may be broken-hearted, but we finish what we started." Anyway, it's a song about, you know, what it's like when you're a blue-collar couple, a working-class couple, just the struggles of being at a certain economic level and raising a family together, and you have problems and you fall in and out of love in the course of a marriage, but you stick it out. You stick to your oath. And through the trying times, whatever you go through, you don't lose respect for each other. There's this baseline, there's this foundation, and you don't lose touch with that. So, I was thinking of this earlier when I was thinking, should I do this Kim Kanye video? Yeah, I should. It'll be challenging, but I'll go ahead and do it. This is not my comfort zone. I was thinking, yeah, we're all down here having a human experience, and we all struggle. I know there are wealthy people, there are celebrities who kill themselves. I know that Kanye has had his struggles with mental health, and that hurts no matter which economic bracket you're living at. But this is my perspective as someone who was born to working class teenagers in rural Texas, someone who has been on food stamps twice, someone who was alone and on Medicaid and food stamps with my first pregnancy, someone who has gone all over San Antonio in a donated car, everything I own crammed into Walmart bags. Never been under a bridge homeless, but I've been homeless. I've done the whole couch surfing thing. Anyway, this is my perspective. That there are obvious advantages when you're wealthy, like Kim and Kanye. When you're going through a rough patch in your marriage, and Kanye can go play cowboy at his Wyoming ranch, and Kim can stay with her sisters and stay with the kids in the mansion in Calabasas, Malibu, whatever, stay in the mansion and hoe down that fort. They can separate and take a break from each other. They can get on their jet and go to Fiji and have some R&R for a month or whatever. So it's easier. All of that is just to say, according to these cards, their marriage is not going to end anytime soon. Fire is what dominates the spread with the Sun, Leo, the Emperor, Mars, Aries, 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, one of the most high vibration cards. 2 high vibration cards, extremely high vibration. The Sun, the most positive card in the deck, and 6 of Wands. So the fire, the wands, that's not just about sexual attraction, although I would say they probably have a pretty healthy sex life. They're probably still into each other sexually, but it's also about creativity. So it's like I say a lot at my channel and with clients, we have to find the high vibration on our own. No one can hand us a high vibration. I know in my past, whenever I was falling in love with a man, when I discovered the love was mutual, that was the biggest high in the world. I want to have sex with him. Oh my God, he wants to have sex with me too. Wow. That's really hot. That's really high vibe. This is not wet. It's not glossy. Maybe it's one of those things they call a lip stain. I don't know. A lip stain. It tastes good. MAC, to me, the MAC lipstick is the best tasting lipstick in the world. It has the best fragrance. It has the best quality. For my opinion, the best red on the planet is MAC Ruby Woo. What What is this red called? Yeah, it always felt good when the guy that I was into me too. Vegan, cruelty-free, bespoke, independent, British. You just became a 10. Kukian, sorry for being hot. Okay. Dinner at 8. It's dinner at 8. But, however, again, Mars, Venus. So you gotta have something beyond Mars, Venus. Because eventually you get over that excitement of you both want to fuck each other. Cool. What else do we have going on here? Can we have in-depth conversations? Do we feel each other spiritually, like when we're apart? Do we feel each other's energy? Do we crave each other's presence? Not just the sex, but something else. You just want to be with that person. Like John and Yoko. I'm always using John and Yoko as an example. A primo couple, because it was absolutely a meeting of the minds. Yes, they were sexually attracted to each other, obviously. You listen to the songs that Yoko inspired in John. I Want You, She's So Heavy, Don't Let Me Down. He was into her sexually, but it began as a meeting of the minds. So, even when Yoko was on her own, I mean, at one point in the marriage, she kicked John out. She picked someone to be John's lover because she was a badass like that. She was fucking smart. She picked May Pang to be John's lover and said, you go to LA and get your shit together. And she held the fort down in New York while he went and had his lost weekend that lasted for a year. She wasn't threatened. She knew that this woman was no threat to her. She knew that she had John in the palm of her hand. But while John was doing his thing, making a drunk ass of himself in LA with the Smothers Brothers, whatever, the Troubadour, Yoko was being a badass businesswoman, making money hand over fist, and probably creating. You know, she's always created. She was an artist before she met John. So, she was hardly a gold digger, as people like to paint her. And here's the thing, the woman is in her 80s, and she's still creating. If she was a gold digger, she could have just stopped when John died and she inherited the estate, but she's never stopped. She goes balls to the wall non-stop. So anyway, Yoko Ono absolutely had the high vibration on her own with no help from John, but they complemented each other. So, my point is this. Kim has her own thing going on. It may be superficial, it may seem trivial to some people, her beauty line, her cosmetics, her fashion, whatever. I don't know what else she has going on. She has an insane following, I guess, at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. She has her relationship, she has her sister, she has her friendship, she has her children. So Kanye is not the end-all be-all of her existence. And he has his music, and he has his thing. But I see them fueling each other's creative fire, feeding off each other. And bottom line, he's daddy. Kanye is daddy. Big King Daddy. They may take these breaks from each other where he goes to the ranch and she stays in Malibu or Calabasas or whatever. But they come back refreshed to this relationship. They've had their hard times, but obviously they're working through that. So their connection is fine. It's healthy. As healthy as it can be. Okay. Try not to wear the glasses too much. I rely on the glasses. Please show in 6 cards Kanye's current feelings for Kim. 6 cards, 4 shuffles. Sun, the Tower, Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. He's in love with her. The Hermit. I was stuck on that video, Unbound, for a while. I was watching that obsessively over and over again. I had it on various playlists. Not the greatest song. I know they made a parody of the video. Seth Rogen. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's fucking name. I'm not a fan, really, but they made a parody of it. But I liked it because, to me, I just picked up in that song and that video that they were really into each other. So, he's in love with her. She fills a space that no one else could ever fill. If they were to divorce, I really feel sorry for anyone he would marry again after that marriage ended, because if he were to divorce Kim and then marry someone else, the next woman would not be able to topple Kim's pedestal. He has her up here. I mean, she's the mother of his children. And again, he fought for her. He pursued her. They were friends first. Okay? And they didn't come together for any bullshit status quo reason. They didn't come together because, I don't know, like they were just settling or whatever. They truly fell hard for each other. He sees her as the love of his life. There's singularity. There's no replacing him. He is in her service. He's totally open to her. If this marriage were to end, he would go into hermit mode. He would probably disappear. He would become a recluse. There's this kinship. I don't know if he sees her as a twin flame, a soulmate, whatever it is. He sees her as someone that can't be replaced. Please clarify the Sun over Knight of Cups, one card. Four of Cups. She helps him in some way. Again, that's very powerful, even though technically their moons are not conjunct. They both have their moon in Pisces. So there's this depth of understanding between them. This kind of psychic codependency. He sees her as his most optimal match. Please clarify the Tower over King of Cups, one card. Ace of Pentacles. This foundation, this bedrock, the foundation of their marriage is they were friends for years, and there is respect. They don't just love each other, they like each other. He probably sees her as his best friend. Please clarify Six of Cups over the Hermit, one card. Five of Wands. I see this as lust. I don't see it as them fighting. The sex is still crazy good between them. They feed each other in the bedroom. I didn't look at their Mars-Venus. They probably have really good Mars-Venus. And they probably have Saturn strong in their synastry. With Saturn, that tends to be the glue that keeps a couple together come hell or high water. But he's still in love with her, so that's good. Please show in 6 cards Kim's current feelings for Kanye. 6 cards, 5 shuffles. The Lovers, that is Gemini. Kanye's a Gemini. The Moon, Pisces. Death, Scorpio. Page of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. So it's like I say a lot at my channel and with clients, I see major arcana as blocks of energy. But when you're talking about a couple that is married, that has a life together, that has children together, it's a little bit different. It's more complicated than that. I think when you're talking about someone you've not been in communication with 6 months or longer, that has a lot more relevance. It's absolutely a block of energy. But when you're talking about a couple like Kim and Kanye, it's different. That is significant that his astro combo came out right away. I don't know if he has Scorpio in his chart. I know that Kim has Mercury in Scorpio. But Gemini, Pisces. I think they've gone through definitely a challenging phase or phases. And there have been these tiny little deaths. You know, we don't just die once in a lifetime. I've survived all kinds of psychic deaths in my 47 years on this planet. When you survive trauma, when you survive considerable loss, that's a death. So they've had these little deaths, these things to get through, to get over. But bottom line, she respects him. She feels connected. I'll get clarifiers, but I don't know. That's a really strange bottom row. Page of Swords, not the best card for communication. 3 of Pentacles, that's okay. Respect, 2 people working together. 3 of Cups. Could be in this case, it's just saying that although, according to these cards, Kim is not crazy in love with Kanye right now. It looks like he's a lot more into her than she is into him. There is a sense of triumph, and there is this friendship between them. This friendship and this partnership, and she's not going to just walk away. But I'll have to get clarifiers. Please clarify the Lovers over Page of Swords, 1 card. Knight of Cups. That could be saying there's always this sense of renewal, that their vows are always being tested and renewed, that it's not ever really stagnant or stale between them. He keeps her on her toes. Please clarify the Moon over 3 of Pentacles, 1 card. Nine of Pentacles. So there's respect. What I get, though, from this spread from Kim is that if she has to go it alone, she absolutely can. her self-esteem, her sense of value, her sense of who she is. What the fuck was that? It's rock solid. She's good. She doesn't have to be married to Kanye. She's not clinging to him. If they do divorce, she's going to be okay. If they do divorce, I feel like they're going to be good. They're going to parent their children together, and they're going to be a team regardless. And she'll always be loyal to him in some way. She's not going to turn her back on him regardless of what happens. They'll always have this friendship, this camaraderie. Please clarify death. There were 3 of Cups, 1 card. Ace of Wands. They could be coming up on a new cycle, a new exciting cycle in their relationship. Again, I don't feel like they're having problems sexually. I feel like the sex is pretty solid. So, when we're born, we have the natal chart. When I was born, my sun was at 29 degrees Aquarius. My moon was at 6 Virgo. Ascendant, it's either 1 or 2. I think it's 2 Virgo. Mercury 14 Pisces, etc. Well, the progress chart is your chart basically evolving, progressing. So in my progress chart, my sun is in Aries, my Venus is in Aries, I've got Libra rising. My moon is still in the 8th house. Well, in the natal chart, it's in the 1st house. I've got Virgo moon in the 1st house. But my progressed moon has been in the 8th house for a while. When my progressed moon was in Aries, in the 7th house, that's when I graduated from college. In my middle age, I was having a lot of sex. I have 3 exes from 2016 alone. Lived with 2 different men in 2016. When my moon moved into Taurus, 7th house, and then the 8th house, your progressed moon is in a sign for about 2.5 years. So when my progressed moon moved into Taurus, I slowed down. Went into hermit mode, took a lot of naps, and I'm still taking a lot of naps. I sleep a lot. Ate a fuck ton and just stopped caring. I canceled my Planet Fitness membership, stopped consulting the scale, stopped doing the snake juice diet. Just decided to be who I am, where I am, and not to fight it, not to feel all frantic, like, oh, I've got to lose 30 pounds and I've got to be able to wear a bikini and all that. I just stopped. I put my focus somewhere else. With the moon in Taurus, I put my focus in my wellness, just feeling good in my skin regardless of how people see me, feeling good and solid in myself, breathing in, breathing out, establishing some kind of terra firma. Got a savings account when my moon was in Taurus. The first time I'd gotten a savings account in years. Started making money with my channel and with client readings with moon in Taurus. Recently, my progressed moon moved into Gemini, and I'm still sleeping a lot and eating a lot. Hershey bars with almonds. Mushroom jalapeno pizza from Papa John's. Tonight I love the garlic butter sauce, but I'm getting more energetic. I'm not as lethargic as I was when the moon was in Taurus, and I'm reading these books simultaneously. Think Like a Rocket Scientist and Mindstar. This man recently passed away. I forget his name. Michael A. Aquino. Temple of Set. These people in the occult, Temple of Set, Satanists, they're elitist. I'm not going to pay $50 for a paperback. But this has a lot of good stuff in it. I don't stick to any one religion. You know, I've read books on Wicca. I've read books on chaos magic. I was brought up Southern Baptist in Texas. I went back to Christianity at various times in my 20s. And even in my 40s, I went back very briefly. In San Antonio, when I was going through crisis and trauma, I went to a women's Bible study group. Didn't like it much. Anyway, I still read my King James Bible. Not because of any dogma reasons, but just because I like the way the King James Bible is written. But I don't take dogma from it. I don't take life lessons from it. So, my point is, so no, you can't really define me. You can't put me in a box. I'm not any one thing. I've got the Satanic Bible and I've got the King James Bible. I pay attention to the phases of the moon. I light candles and I do cleansing baths and I meditate. Taking care of myself basically is my religion. Living the life that I deem most optimal, that's my religion. So we go through phases. We don't stay the same person for 10, 15, 20 years. So the energy between Kim and Kanye was one way when they were friends. It was another way when they were dating, when they first got their fuck on. And then they were newly married, and then they had children together. So of course, you can't expect it to stay the same. There could be this renewal, a renewal of their vows. It could be that in 2021, they just are in a really good, solid place. But regardless of what happens, Kim is Kim. She's okay with who she is. She likes herself. She likes her life. I feel like Kanye is more into her than she is into him. I don't see her being deeply, madly, passionately in love with him, but I don't see her wanting to walk away from this anytime soon. So she has the power. She has the upper hand in the relationship. And that kind of contradicts what I said, because the emperor came out. I said that he's daddy. Yeah, she respects him. She loves him. He's the father of her children. And they are friends. But I think this is just saying that it's not going to break her if they divorce. It's not going to just ruin her life. It's not going to devastate her. She's a lot more balanced than he is. Well, she doesn't have a diagnosis. He does. Bipolar is a very serious diagnosis. My brother is bipolar. He has to take his meds. He's very high functioning. I don't think he is seeing a therapist, but I was diagnosed as bipolar 2 in 2011. And I received the diagnosis from a Harvard-educated psychiatrist. I disagreed with him. I said, I don't think that's valid. I've been told all my life that I have anxiety and depression. I don't see myself as bipolar 2. Bipolar 2 is basically bipolar light. He prescribed lithium, saffras. I felt like a zombie. So I stopped taking the drugs cold turkey. And I'm not advocating that. Everyone's different. Do whatever works for you. But for me, I could not do meds. Therapy never worked for me. So my first therapist when I was 9 years old. Therapy never worked for me. The meds, very mixed results. What works for me, and my life is not that challenging. I never leave the house. But I did manage to graduate from college in my middle age while going through all kinds of chaos with a karmic partner, soulmate, I don't know. We were on and off for years, and it had an effect on me. Driving around San Antonio, everything I owned crammed into Walmart bags. All of that chaos, I managed to graduate from college and keep my shit somewhat together with no meds, no therapy. Um, I wasn't even really meditating or doing any self-care until 4 years ago when I went into hermit mode. Anyway, so Kim has the advantage. She's more balanced than Kanye, and she has a really strong support system. And from what I know, Kanye doesn't really have that. I guess he has friends. I'm sure he has friends, but she has the really good support system. So she's okay regardless. Please show Kim and Kanye's marriage in 2021. Six cards, 4 shuffles. The Hermit, the Star, the Devil, Justice. Oh my God, Wheel of Fortune, all this major arcana, are you kidding me? Two of Pentacles. So they're going to have their noses to the grindstone. They're going to be really doing some deep, intense work. And this does not go along at all with what I've read about them, what I've seen. You know, they're very visible on social media. I assume they're both still tweeting all the time. I left Twitter years ago. I assume they're always splashing their stuff all over Instagram and Facebook. What these cards suggest, I can't really see this happening, but the cards are saying that they're not going to be as visible in 2021. They're going to pull back. They're going to take a break from social media. They're going to really go in deep and focus on their marriage. They're going to be more private, according to these cards. I find it hard to believe this. I can't really see this happening. Everyone around me is addicted to noise. Just about everyone I know, with few exceptions, is on social media. Most people that I know of are not anywhere near hermit mode. Everyone knows what their mom, their sister, their cousin had for breakfast, who their third cousin is currently sleeping with, because people put their shit all over social media. Everyone knows who everyone voted for. Everyone stands on abortion, on LGBTQ, on Black Lives Matter. It's all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everyone's stuff is constantly in everyone's face, which is why I can't do it. I do YouTube and that's it. I like to breathe my own air and not breathe anyone else's air. But this shows Kim and Kanye in 2021 taking deep gulps of their own air. So creating a bubble. Being in a bubble with those who are truly close to them, who truly know them. Their family. Okay? Their closest friends. They're trying to achieve balance. They're trying to find sanity in an insane world. I don't know what's going to happen for the collective in 2021. I am not a psychic. It's like I say again and again and again. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm not a starseed. I'm not an indigo child. I have no memory of my previous lives. I only learned about the chakras a few years ago. I was brought up Southern Baptist in fuck-ass Texas, you know. I'm very earth dominated. Capricorn, Virgo. I'm very rooted, very situated in the 3D. But who knows? As bad as things are right now for the collective, things could get a lot worse in 2021 before the light breaks through. You know, a lot of readers and a lot of astrologers at YouTube talk about how there's this widening gap between the 3D and the 5D, and if you stay in a low vibration, if you focus on the negativity, if you hate watch YouTube channels and conduct yourself like a low vibration troll, and you stay in these bullshit relationships and just stay in toxicity, you're choosing the 3D. If you really go in deep and focus on yourself, your energy, your sacred space, raising your vibration, you're going to the 5D. And you have to make a choice. And as we get further along into December, January, according to a lot of readers and astrologers, you're going to have to decide. Which side are you on? Are you staying stuck in the muck of the 3D, or are you ascending into the 5D? I breathe in and out a lot. I play the binaural beats, the subliminal hypnosis. I do the guided meditations. I don't fuck with anyone. I'm not trying to get anything started sexually, romantically. I'm not trying to pursue anything. I'm very careful what I put up on my channel. And going forward, I'm going to be a lot more careful how I respond to comments. I'm just going to let things go and just not even get involved, because I don't want to go and find a response and another response and another response. I don't have time for it. I have to protect my energy. So this is all just to say that things could get a lot darker, a lot worse for all of us before they get better. And yeah, when you're at a certain economic advantage, it's going to be easier. I guess you could stay in the 3D indefinitely if you have enough money. Just stay in your little gated subdivision, stay in your mansion, and things are okay. But until you die, because money can't buy you immortality in the 3D. We all have to make that transition. But I'm seeing this pressure, this intense pressure that makes them go in and retract, go deep, retreat. It makes them retreat. Please clarify the Hermit over Justice, one card. Five of Wands. They can't handle all the dissent, the public opinions and the scrutiny, so they just step away from it. Please clarify the Star over Wheel of Fortune, one card. Four of Pentacles. They're going to hold on to what they have. I don't see them getting a divorce in 2021. Please clarify the Devil over Two of Pentacles, one card. Death. So it could be to avoid the demise of their marriage, they take drastic measures in 2021. That would be drastic for them, to just quit social media or take a break from it, to just be private and not splash it all over the place, but just go in and take care of business and preserve their family. So that is what I have. Peace out.